Kamala Harris sets record with $540 million campaign fund powered by small donors. In an unprecedented show of financial support for a presidential campaign, Democrat Kamala Harris's bid for the White House has amassed an extraordinary 540 millioners, largely bolstered by small donors. This surge in contributions sets a new record for the significant role small donations play in American political campaigns. The influx of funds began following Joe Biden's withdrawal from the race, positioning Harris as the Democratic frontrunner. Within a month, Harris's fundraising numbers soared. Particular attention is drawn to the fact that out of the nearly $500 million amassed, a remarkable 42%, equating to about $207 million, came from small donors, individuals contributing less than $200. This key demographic, consisting of 631,000 contributors, has shown their formidable impact on Harris's campaign. Her fundraising success particularly stood out during the week of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, when an enormous $82 million was raised. Overall, Harris's efforts have eclipsed those of her Republican counterpart, Donald Trump, by a substantial margin. She enters the final months of the election period with a funding lead that overshadows the $265 million in Trump's coffers. Despite being ahead of Trump in terms of small donor contributions, Harris still falls short of the benchmark set by former President Barack Obama, who secured approximately 44% of his initial campaign funding from small donors in 2008 and later surpassed this during his re-election campaign. The remarkable shift towards grassroots support symbolizes a changing landscape in campaign financing. Earlier campaigns depended heavily on big money donors and super PACs. Today's candidates, however, enjoy the advantages of digital technology, which has simplified the process of making small donations and allowed campaigns to tap into a broader base. The question still remains whether small donors will manage to wield comparable political influence to their large donor counterparts. Yet, the shift towards small dollar donations is perceived positively by experts like former ActBlue outreach director Patrick Frank, who foresees an ideal where political contributions are decoupled from the expectation of political influence or reciprocation. The Democratic Party, at present, appears to be moving towards a model less dominated by large donor influence, as suggested by the campaign strategy of Elizabeth Warren in 2020. As this year's campaign funding landscape continues to evolve, it presents a potential new era of political financing dominated by the power of many rather than the financial strength of a privileged few. Thank you for choosing Satori News.